Hello, welcome back, guys. It's going to be One Piece chapter 986. My name for the cover chapter. We got a bit of a comedy scene where we see everyone escape from the Navy and the weird man calling himself their father. So it looks like they didn't believe Pound was their father and they just left him thinking of some weird old man. So that's kind of hilarious, I thought, anyway. And oh my god, I'm really shook by this, the way the chapter starts. Because we see that Kanjuro is being killed off screen. Like, what? We don't even get to see the fight or anything. We just see Kandro lying dead. Well, I presume he's not really dead, but he's Kandro beaten on the floor, and they have a little flashback, and they think of all the times they had with Kandro, and it's kind of difficult to do that to someone they consider their comrade, even though he was a traitor anyway, because of all the memories they shared. So let's talk about this. So I've noticed Kanjuro and what's his name, Orochi, they died way too easily, and it just doesn't sit well with me. I don't think their deaths are finalized at this moment in time. So I feel like they've conspired something to trick everyone, probably using one of their clones. So I'm guessing both of them have conspired something together, and they're still alive somehow anyway. So with this, we see Kiemon reunite with some of the OG members like Izzo. So it's kind of nice to see them kind of reunite anyway. And there's kind of an age difference as well. So with this, they enter the back of the what do you call it, raid anyway. And then we kind of go over to Kaido, and he's just pretty much making sure that the what you call it, Orochi's men have sworn their allegiance to him now, and it looks like all of them have pretty much sworn their allegiance pretty fast anyway. Because even if they didn't, they're not going to survive because Kaido's quite a ruthless dude, and he would easily overpower all of those people anyway, Orochi's men, and have them disposed with. And I thought what was quite interesting was the little what do you call it? The little exchange we have with Kaido and what do you call it? Momonosuke. You know, something is like he's we can see from this chapter that Kaido had great respect for Odin, and he's kind of baffled that such a great man such as Odin would have such a little coward as a son anyway. So he sees this as an execution of old Wano. And we even get what the thought process between their last exchange was when he was holding Momonosuke over the building. And you did not answer my question. What is your name? I'm gonna fall. It's too high. You are not. If you are not the son of Odin, Kozuki, and Toki, then I'll call off this execution and offer a full apology for this confusion. So I'll ask you one more time, boy. What is your name? So that's kind of weird, in a sense that looks like Kaido wants to show a bit of mercy, in the sense that he's willing to let what do you call it, Momonosuke live if he does not say, if he just lies that he's not, who he is, it just says he's not really the son of Odin. And so I don't know why Kaido would say something like this anyway, but even if Momonosuke was not to say that, even if he was to lie, that would pretty much be like reputation suicide, because no one would ever see him as a man because of that anyway. But nevertheless, in this situation, Momonosuke's kind of been given a choice. I don't know if Kaido does keep his promise. He's been given a choice of physically living and not living as the son of, kind of like not living as himself. That's kind of confusing, but yeah, it's kind of weird. It's a weird situation, and obviously, knowing who Momonosuke is, as we've seen him from Punk Hazard onwards, he has always been quite a prideful person. So I kind of know what his answer is already going to be, and we get a bit more what do you call it, a bit more development with them, Luffy and or Yamato anyway. And in this instance, we see that what do you call it, Luffy take off Yamato's chains and the way she throws it, and yeah, it's kind of weird in this situation because a massive explosion occurs, and we see in this moment that she completely hates her dad, in a sense that I can't believe that cow gorilla, he was really going to kill me. So with the realization of how deadly that what do you call it, the handcuffs were, I think she's completely converted to Luffy's side anyway, because I've always thought she might have doubts that her father would do something like that anyway. But in this instance, she even says it herself that she no longer thinks of herself as a father, and there's a bit of a tears. I don't know if those are crocodile tears, but hopefully those are legit tears, and she will be an ally of Luffy. And with that, they've caused a bit of a commotion, and I think with that, what do you call it? Luffy's going to be spotted. But uh, in this one panel, I thought it was pretty interesting. Actually, we see the scabbards actually come from the back door, and it was quite interesting, because the what do you call it, the three they call them, the three calamities are there right next to Kaido, but none of them can stop them anyway. And even in this instance, I thought something really impressive was Izo actually managed to disarm King by shooting the bullet, shooting the sword out of his hand. So I thought that was quite impressive anyway. But I guess he was caught off guard anyway. And with that, there's a bit of emotional buildup because of how much they've resented this man, because of what he did to their master. And we get a little flashback to Odin anyway. And with that, the final panel I got to say was pretty amazing. Gives me chill. We get all the scabbards pretty much attacking Kaido all at once. Kaido's getting jumped by a bunch of scabbards, but obviously, knowing how strong Kaido is, he's not gonna die in this instant. He might take some damage, but in this instance, he's not really gonna get hurt that much. He's probably gonna scrub them all off, brush them all off like the scrubs they are anyway. But nevertheless, it's more of the emotional impact leading up to this moment that they've waited so long for this moment to happen anyway. Especially for some of them, such as Denjiro, who's waited like 20 years for this moment to happen. Whereas for someone like Kaido, it's only been a few months. But nevertheless, it's the payoff was quite satisfying to see everyone attack Kaido. It is very satisfying to see, but we do know that the amount of damage they'll deal is pretty much minuscule to Kaido because obviously Luffy has to be the one to beat him anyway. There's no way that these guys could beat him. But yeah, I thought that payoff at the end was really nice as well. And they do say Tsunachi. Let's go back a bit. I forgot there is a reason for it anyway. I forgot what that means, but I need to find out. Let me Google it real quick. Spelled it. Give me a second. I'm gonna pause actually. Okay. So I found the definition for Tsunachi. It's a battle cry that was once part of the old dialect of Kuri in Wano country. Uh, what is it? It's throw away your name and wits. They used to cry Tsunachi as a form of encouragement to partake in a test of courage, for which for them was cliff diving into the ocean. The cry encouraged them to stop thinking and worrying about the danger they may be in and just take action. So for them saying that was pretty powerful indeed. Especially now that I know what it means, it is quite powerful because we see them all like dive off this what do you call it, the railing, and it does look pretty high. So I guess yeah, the use of it was pretty nice, and the fact that Zoro used it as well, kind of what do you call it, gives him the links to Zoro. Wano because his master used to be from there anyway, so that's where he picked it up. So nevertheless, that was pretty crazy. The final panel was pretty nice, and I want to see how everything comes out in the end, and hopefully none of the scabbards will die, but maybe one of them because they're right in front of Kaido. Like they're in the danger zone, and I guess that's what Tsunachi means. They don't really care about the dangers of fighting Kaido, but one of them might die. It's an instant kill being that close to Kaido anyway. But nevertheless, very good chapter indeed. I'm really looking forward to what how this raid turns out. But that's all for me.